Hey Vivek, can you hear me?
Hello, how are you?
Hey, good, good. It's good to finally meet you.
Same here. I was so
Yeah.
excited to meet you, man. I have seen so many videos of you. Just wanted to talk to you. I always talk to my. Whenever I
All
get chance, I will definitely talk to Avi.
right. All right. No, it's my pleasure,
Thank
man.
you
It's my
so
pleasure.
much.
All good, man. We're all here to learn this thing together and figure it out. So, all good.
Yeah, I have seen all your content like 80/20 pull playlist, the strategies and Discord videos and everything. But the main thing is when it comes to execution, I forgot everything.
All right. Execution is the problem. Well, that's typical. Don't worry about it. Well, why do you think it's a problem for you?
I think it's problem in me when I see the chart. Actually, first trade is fine for me. When I take first trade, if it's going in my favor, then I won't take second trade. But if it's loss, then I come to the revenge trading, and then it's FOMO and all that stuff you talk about.
Yeah. Yeah.
Umbo jumbo, you said. Same thing.
Yeah. Fair enough. The truth is, I think the hardest part that everyone struggles with, and it doesn't matter if you just started in this or you've been doing this for 10 years, everyone struggles with this idea of control, where you show up at your job, therefore you should collect your salary. That's basically
Yes.
you're controlling your salary, and put it that way. The market doesn't work that way. You don't control the market, and just because you showed up and did all the right things doesn't mean you should be paid. That's really hard. That's the hardest part. What you got to do is show up and do the right things, and then sometimes you'll get paid. Sometimes,
Yeah.
and 70% of the time you'll lose. That's the reality. That's the truth. The problem is once people lose two in a row, three in a row,
Yeah.
forgotten. It's all forgotten. It's all forget about the whole. Take 100 trades and lose 70 of them. You forget that. Sometimes you lose 70 in a row in the 100 trades, but after three, you're gonna freak out. Oh, I'm not gonna make it. So that's the reality of being a trader, short-term trader, the stuff that we're doing here. Now,
Yeah.
it's a tricky one, and like I said before, it's tough for everyone because we're not trained for this. We're trained for the rat race and the whole education system, all that stuff.
Yeah.
And so you gotta really I was talking with someone else about this the other day. You gotta really practice failure, as in get used to it, get good at failing, get normal with it. It's funny because here's the thing: when I have 10 winning trades or 10 winning days in a row, that's a bit of a problem because I know the next thing is it's going to be a losing streak. So
Yeah. So I
something.
I I have blown two accounts. To I will be honest with you. So I have blown two accounts. So first first count was good. Then it's come to losing, and it's losing from like 4,000 in fund in next account. So I'm
Yeah,
losing it.
I have.
Now I have third account. So the thing is, when I trade, I'll show you one thing. Maybe I'm doing something wrong here, right? I have to see. So can you see my screen? This one,
Yeah,
the
yep,
chart
I got
one.
it. I see it. Yep.
So see this. Uh, I took this trade. I can't show you here, but I'll show you one thing though. So this is consolidation, right? This
Mhm.
is consolidation. Just tell me what I'm doing wrong here, okay? So this is consolidation, right? In 30 minutes.
Well, I don't see your mouse. Sorry. Oh, there. I see it now. Okay, I lost it for a moment.
So
Here we are.
this
Okay.
one.
Yep. What are we looking at? This is a 5 minute chart. Okay.
So I mark it in 30 minutes. So
Okay.
so here.
Okay.
So
Yep.
this is consolidation, right? And
Hmm. Okay.
and it's breakout here, right? It's breakout here and come back, retest. I took entry here and get out here. It
Mhm.
happens with me so many times. I don't know what where I'm doing wrong though. It happened here as well in this trade from yesterday and day previous, right? It's
Hmm.
I
All
don't
right,
know.
let's look at this. This is interesting. Let's look at this consolidation. Can you zoom into what you identified there as consolidation? All right,
So here,
there it is. Okay.
yeah.
More than consolidation, what I see an uptrend. I don't really see a consolidation. I see higher lows
Here,
and gradually higher highs as well.
okay,
This is a trend upwards, and then the trend ends with euphoria when it just goes and pops up.
yeah,
And then that's when you're getting in on that little pop-up zone. And then the
yes,
fade.
yes, yes.
There's a difference between a trend and a consolidation. Now, this is a
Okay,
I think this is a subtle detail. It's a tricky one. But to make it clear so that you don't get caught in this trap, think of consolidations as you want to see an absolutely flat horizontal line. You want to see a point on your chart where the price continues to reject, like one specific price, and it's almost precisely every single time.
like this one here.
Listen, this is what is this? This is a 4 hour chart. I see
Yes,
4 hour candles. Yeah, that makes sense. So two 4 hour candles. You see that
yes.
they are rejecting from the same point. Okay, that's all right.
Okay,
But really, you want to go bigger. Because this could easily just be a tiny little blip in a trend as well. You don't really know. You want to go big. You want to see, whatever you're looking at, think of it this way: the candle hits one point, and then 4 or 5 candles later, it rejects that same point again.
okay.
Think of it that way. This is just two candles in a row, a couple of dojis. This is just rebar play breakout sort of environment. It's not ideal, is what I'm saying. You want to be a
Okay,
little more, try and be more precise about it. It's a tricky one, but the
okay,
point is when you're finding consolidations, you want to find at least support or resistance, at least one of them. Ideally, it's you see a rectangle, but on a rectangle, you want to see the top and the bottom. You want to see the support or the resistance. You want a nice, flat, clean line. Clean as in it doesn't mess about and chop around that line a couple of times. You want it as clean as possible.
like this one here. No, this is not. This is uptrend, right?
Can you zoom in a bit? I can hardly see it.
Sorry, sorry
Yeah, you can
about that.
zoom in. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Okay, that's a little better. Now, if you look at the top of that one, the
Here,
top looks decently flat. Before it did that false breakout, you
okay.
can see that it hit that big white candle with a wick on the top. And then what, 4 candles later, it hit almost the same spot. And
Yes.
then what, 3 candles later, hit again almost the same spot, 2 candles in a row. Now that's looking much better than what you had previously.
Okay.
Previously, it was just grinding higher and higher and higher. That was
o-
what you're looking at.
Okay. It should be same upside and downside at the same weeks,
Well, I
right?
mean that's the more traditional consolidation. Yeah, you can look at that. Personally, I like the wedge, the ascending lows in this case. But that's not don't get too complicated about it. Just I'd say just look for at least one key point of resistance, like this one is resistance, or
Okay.
the other way around, support, and
Okay.
then look for the breakout from there if it happens later on. I think that's the fun part. So really, just
And
one key
I
point. Mhm.
and I always get caught in reversal though. Reversal doesn't work for me, never. So
What do you
never
do?
like I always try to take reversal, but it always goes for that. I don't know. It's so many mistakes I'm doing. I don't know what to tell you, what to not, right? But I'm learning day by day. I don't know. My learning is always a hard way. Never,
Yeah.
I never learn in my life. I never learn things from the others. No, I have to take experience on myself. Then I learn it. That's
Well,
the
that's a
thing.
good thing. That's a good thing. That means you're stubborn. You're like me.
Yes.
It's the same. I do it the hard way too. That's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. That's part of the experience of all this stuff. Anyways, you tend to learn better that way. Most people do. Um, all right. So take it easy with reversals. Don't play with reversals. Just don't. Just
Okay.
don't. Forget
Okay.
about it. Just identify consolidations, and not
Yeah.
even consolidations. Make it even easier. Identify one level of clear support or resistance. Right? It doesn't have to be a top and a bottom of a range. Just one simple level, like here on this chart. Easily, we identified one resistance point. Right?
Yeah,
That's
here, right? This one.
no, above,
No,
above.
this one. Yeah.
Resistance. Yeah. So we identified that. That's it. Just one. That's all you need.
Yeah.
Then if the breakout happens, then wait for the retest. If that happens, okay. Don't
Okay.
bother with the other side of it because then you'll end up playing in the range and false breaks and all. It's
Okay.
gonna get complicated. So one thing, get good at one simple thing. And what are you trading? You're trading futures here. It looks like, right?
Yes, yes, yes. Only
Yeah.
futures. That's it. And this
Yeah.
is the ticker I only trade. So how I trade is I
Mhm.
market level at 30 minutes. Then I go to first I used to take trade 1 minute, but after watching your videos, because I was taking too much seriously and in out, in out, in out. After watching your webinar with the other guy, I forgot his name. You told him to take trade in 5 minutes. It's gonna take you easy. So I'm take it easy. So so I take in 5 minutes now. Now
Mm.
wait to like this candle. Now I wait to build like this candle to take a trade and 5 minutes. Then I take the trade from here and from
Yeah.
next level. Like I'm doing it like that way.
All right. 5 minutes. All right. No big deal. Taking the trade on that. I think that's a good idea. But it's been my experience that with the futures market, I think a bigger time frame works better beyond the 30. The reason I used the 30 was
Okay.
because I was actually day trading only the New York session, only options. So the 30-minute chart made sense. It wasn't too big that it was beyond that time frame, and it was big
Okay.
enough where the setups were big and there were multiple setups in a day. Um, but now that you're looking at a 23-hour market, it's much, much bigger. And I have discovered personally that the 30 minutes is just a little too small, too many setups, false setups a lot of times. You're probably better off going bigger.
Okay.
Recently, I'm trying out the 4 hour chart now. You know what? I like it. Recently, I mean, last what month or so, or a few weeks. It's
Okay.
been it's been easy. It's so easy. There's less to look at, less to decipher. So I would suggest something bigger. Maybe you like the hourly chart, maybe the daily chart, whatever. I like the 4 hour at the moment.
Okay.
So I'm suggesting go bigger, think bigger, wait for bigger setups, identify your support or resistance levels on a bigger chart. Simple four
And
hour chart.
how I can learn to wait, how I can be learn to be patient, right? That's the other thing as well.
Learn, yeah. Take up fishing.
Okay.
You have to be super patient to catch fish, don't you? And you don't know if they're
Then
going to catch or not. You just sit there all day, catch a tiny little fish at the end. But what I mean by that is really this is something you're talking about a personality trait. If you
yeah,
want to truly change a personality trait, you got to practice that in your life regularly, daily, every day, and everything you do. You're talking about patience here.
yeah,
You got to start doing it all the time. You can't just show up to trade and expect that you're going to be more patient than you normally are. It's not going to happen. You got to just conduct yourself that way 24 hours away, 24 hours a day. That's the only way to really do it. Meditation is something I've done over the years, but that's one practice. But there's many others that require lots of patience, lots of sports, lots of learning new skills, learning languages, music, all kinds of things you can get into. So many things. Meditation, of course, is I think one of the most powerful things, but I can see it's complicated for a lot of people. So if you like it, try it out. But patience is a tough one. It's a tricky one. Um, but like for example, take the example of going fishing. You sit there for 3 hours. You may not catch anything. You may catch something. You don't know. But that's only 3 hours. That's only 5 hours.
yeah,
Whatever. How about something else like improving your fitness? That might take 6 months. It might take 1 year of doing it every day with discipline, and not just one discipline of being active, but the other disciplines of sleep and nutrition as well. You
yes,
get now that's real patience. That takes a year to really find results. You start
yeah.
doing that a year from today, you'll realize you're someone else
I
completely.
I used to do that. I used to go. I when I was 18, I continuously go used to go to gym like continuous 6 years. But when
Mhm.
I came to Canada, here is the lifestyle is completely different. Everything is different, right? Now I work as a truck driver. I drive trucks. My work shift is from night 10 p.m. to morning 10 a.m. So I work all night. So my work is little bit physical as well. I go to restaurant and deliver stuffs. So
Yeah.
so after that I come and at work I watch videos and stuff like that so I can keep myself updated, right?
Yeah.
So after that, I came home and see the chart and I take some trade. Someday I would able to take it, but someday I won't. So that's the thing. So yeah,
Yeah.
I try to make it money, to be honest with you. So so I
Mm.
can leave that job and stuff like that, because it's very hard for me as well to do that. But I'm
Yes.
doing it from last 4 years. I will do it as well
Mhm.
until unless I find another way. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, no, that's hard. Everyone's got to make a living, whatever you got to do,
yeah,
you got to do.
yeah,
That's fair enough. But, you're talking about changing a personality trait. You have to do that very decisively, and with purpose and with
yeah,
long-term purpose. That's one thing. Now, the other side of it is don't change your personality traits. Work with what you've got. If you find that you tend to be more hyperactive and fast-paced, and that's naturally how you conduct yourself, then you need a trading style that reflects that kind of personality. So perhaps looking at a 5 minute chart setup, and when it breaks out of a 5 minute chart consolidation, then you get into the 1 minute chart and try to find that retest. And so you're going to end up more in the scalping mode of things. But that's not necessarily a bad thing. Typically, you'll get a lot lower RVR doing that. You get
yes,
a lot more trades, and also it may suit your personality if you can't keep it together. If you're not able to hold a trade for more than 5 minutes, well, then maybe that works, where it typically goes to your target in less than 5 minutes, or it stops you out in 30 seconds. There are people who can trade like that, and for some people that's a healthy thing, because that's a reflection of their personality, of the tempo that they naturally function at. And I used to do that 3 years ago. I used to trade like that.
okay,
So there's multiple ways. One is work with what you got and build a trading style that reflects your personality, and the other side is slowly evolve yourself, grow into whatever you've got envisioned for yourself. And
yeah.
but that you gotta be really purposeful and disciplined over the long term, and you know what that looks like and feels like. So I think it's healthy to work on both things, really. Build out what works for you now, and the meanwhile, build yourself up. I'm always building myself up, and at the same time doing what works for me today. So, I mean, I'm always doing these two things together. I can't remember a time when I wasn't.
So what I can see is my main problem. I can see my main problems are, first thing, discipline. Second is FOMO. Then revenge trading. I have to work on these things. I can read chart and wait for the setup as well. But I yesterday I hold the trade for like 7 hours. The holding is not a problem though. I wait for till the hit the target, then take out. But my don't wait. My always say take out. But I said no, just wait and watch. So, so that's the thing. But I think the problem is in me, right? In discipline and in patience, right? That's I have to work on these
Mhm.
things. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's a tough one. But again, don't think about working on discipline and patience in trading. Think about working on that stuff in yourself outside of trading, in your life, in the way you conduct yourself, even in the people you keep around you. If you can choose your company, that's the most powerful thing you can possibly do, which is hard because you end up cutting out people, even family. That's hard stuff. I mean, I've gone through these kinds of cycles, and I can tell you it's not easy to do. But in the end, you're gonna try and get your results. You gotta do hard stuff. Nothing good comes easy.
Yeah.
Nothing good comes easy. So to think about these sorts of things, and again, the trading strategy is just the last piece. It's not the first
Yeah.
piece.
Yes. Yes. I heard you saying that.
Yeah,
It's overall life. I think your life reflects in trading. I think that's the thing. I.
absolutely, absolutely. It's the truth. It's how you do one thing is how you do everything.
Yes.
How you conduct yourself in your life, it'll show up in your trading, whether you like it or not. And when I see your screenshot, I'll know everything I need to know about you.
Yes.
That's how it is.
Yes, yes, yes. Yes, you have said that in so many videos, uh, in Discord as well. I have watched all your videos in last 2 years. I'm following you from last 2 years, and I'm only following you. I don't watch any other guys on YouTube or Instagram or anything. I just only watch your videos, try to implement things what you have teaching us. That's the whole thing. But when it comes to execution, I just forgot everything. I have to take it. So now I will
Execution.
work on,
Yeah,
as you
yeah,
said, I will work on that.
yeah, yeah. Even execution, again, it's nothing more than making a plan and sticking to it. That's what execution is, really.
Yeah.
And now that comes to another subject, which is, do you trust yourself? Can you trust yourself? You got to earn your own trust. If you don't, by trust yourself means when you put a plan together and you stick to it, you've taken one step in earning your trust. You keep doing that, now you're building up your own trust, as in your conscious mind trusts your own subconscious mind. It goes like it's all inside your head, really. You
Okay.
start naturally, instinctively trusting yourself, and that's where then confidence really comes from at the higher levels. And then you can really perform and execute consistently over a long period of time, and then you get much bigger. All that stuff has nothing to do with trading. It just shows
So
up.
first make a plan, then follow it. If I follow it, then it come to subconscious mind, then it increase the trust, right?
Yeah,
That's
put
yeah.
it that way. Yeah, you
Okay.
begin to naturally trust yourself, and your subconscious can actually take over because you can trust it. It's
Okay.
so funny how it works. It's all like two levels inside your own head. but
Okay.
all and start small. Start with simple things. You say you're gonna wake up at sunrise every day. Just start doing
Okay.
that. Don't snooze it for 5 minutes. Get your ass out of bed and go. If
Yeah.
that's your plan, whatever it is, start with basic things that you can do and build from there. So again, whatever you do in life reflects in your trading. Really critical stuff. So I mean, just keeping healthy will reflect in your trading, because when you're healthy and your vibrations are all correct in your head and your heart and your blood flow, whatever, everything that's going on with you, it'll show up on your charts, man. I promise.
Okay.
Simple stuff. So, build yourself up first. Become the best version of yourself, whatever that means to you. For me, I have a definition of that, but that meaning is different for everyone. And then trading will actually quite easily sort itself out. There's not too much work to be done. Don't ever think that
Yeah.
there's a magic indicator or a magic strategy. There's no such
No,
thing.
you
That's
can
all.
see it. You can see my screen. There's nothing, only charts, and that's
Yeah,
horizontal lines, two lines, nothing, only volume. That's it.
yeah,
And I only trade one because you
yeah,
told us, right. Just don't follow everything. Just follow one thing and master it, right?
yeah. That's
Yes,
it.
that's
And that's
it.
only the first step. That's only the
Yeah,
first step. You get good at this, you'll see what comes next. Oof, it's magic.
yes,
Oh, it's
yeah,
amazing. So yeah, upgrade your life. Put it that way. Upgrade
yes.
yourself. It doesn't upgrade your life. Doesn't mean go buy a Mercedes and all that. Doesn't mean that. It means, because there's idiots on the internet say upgrade your life, then they have a picture of a
No,
Lamborghini. Like, what, is that
no, no,
really?
no.
That's stupid. But upgrade
Now,
your life doesn't upgrade yourself internally and start doing what you say you're gonna do. Just start with those basic things, and
yeah.
then things bit by bit you'll see it come together. And a year from now or 6 months from now, even you won't recognize yourself anymore.
Okay,
These are the
I'll
good.
start slow and doing good things and right things, what I can change, right? So it brings the discipline.
Yeah, yeah. Create a little vision board if you need to. A lot of people do that. All these sorts of little tricks you can use, but in the end, you got to do it. So,
So I have write it down days, but didn't follow a single day, a single day. I'll show you. I write it down each and everything here, right? Yeah, but that didn't follow a single day. I don't know what happened to me when it comes to execution, right?
you know why? I'll tell. I can give you a guess of possibly why you didn't follow all that or any of that. Is because it's just too much. It's like the whole page is full, man. Have you seen what I do?
Yeah,
It's like
this is
one
all my
line.
mistakes though. What I do in wrong in trading though.
That's all right. That's all right.
Yeah.
Again, it's not a whole lot of trading strategy stuff. That's the last of it.
Yes.
Strategy and the execution of the strategy. You got to build yourself first before you can even begin to think that you can execute anything in the markets. Anything.
Yeah.
You really gotta elevate the human being that you are. Then the results come, and it's amazing. Again, like I said, it comes and you won't even realize. Oh crap! Look at these results. Where are they coming from? It's amazing. You start realizing that stuff. Like wow. Then you can upgrade from there even. So these are the things to start truly thinking about. Start putting the pieces of your life together the way you like it, the way that makes sense to you. What do you consider high performance and healthy and high achiever, whatever all that means to you? Start becoming that, as in just choose that today. Now I am this. So you start doing these
Okay.
things. Just I
Okay.
am rather than I will be. Just start telling yourself I am, which means you are doing it right now. Whatever it is, whatever you've
Yes.
decided. and then you upgrade. Then again, it'll show up in everything, not just trading. You'll notice everything else in your life will just, it becomes easier.
Yes.
Everything becomes easier.
Okay. So when are you coming in Canada? So I can we can meet you.
Canada, god damn it, I never want to go to Canada unless I
Okay.
have.
So you are not coming, right?
Not Canada. I mean, unless I have to. There's
Okay.
some major problem in the world,
No,
and I
no,
have
no,
to
no.
go to
Not a
Canada.
problem though.
No problem. Yeah,
Just come to
yeah.
see us or meet us.
It would
Or
be good to meet.
we will come to Dubai.
Yeah, yeah. Either way, it'd be good to travel and meet everyone. There's a lot of folks in Toronto in our group,
Yeah.
so it's worthwhile making a trip at some point whenever I can figure out my travel plans. At the moment, it's all up in the air, but I'll figure it out. I know a lot of guys are in Canada. You're there. You know, Mahi's there. A lot of guys are there. So we'll make it soon. But there are guys who met up recently.
Yeah, yeah. We went there. We went there and meet as well. Yeah.
Good. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You can keep in touch with them as well
Yeah.
until hopefully I'll show up at some point soon. So yeah,
Yeah. All
cool.
right.
Good,
Thank you
good.
so much. I'll try to change things, not in trading, but in life.
Yeah, no, you got it.
Yeah.
You got it.
Yeah.
Reach out anytime. I'm always around. Message me anytime
Yes.
you want to talk, and I'm
I'll
always there.
message you. Thank you
No
so much once again. And
problem.
thank you for this opportunity. I'm really, really thankful to you. Thank you.
It's a pleasure, Vivek. You take care. Okay, it's a
Thank
pleasure.
you. Thank you.
Talk to you soon. Bye.